Yes, is this Plattsburgh Code Enforcement?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sir. How you doing? My name's Pete Halfridge, and I had lived at 35 Clinton Street, Apartment 10, from August 24th of last year up until about September 4th. The shower area was poorly ventilated.
That's the city of Plattsburgh, sir. You count the town of Plattsburgh.
Yes.
707.
7707. Thank you very much.
7707, and just ask for either Kyle, Claude, or Rick.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.
You have reached the City of Plattsburgh Building and Zoning Office. The office is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you are calling during regular business hours and would like to speak to one of the inspectors, please use one of the following extensions. Rick Perry, 7513, Joe McMahon, 7515, Claude Bouchard, 751. You are being transferred to
Joe McMahon. Hi, you reached Joe McMahon. Give me a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
begin speaking after the tone, then hang up when you are finished, or press any key for further options.
Hi, Joe. This is Pete Halfridge at 585-469-0234, and I'm recording this per the advice of my attorney. If you would be kind enough to go to Mold Videos, that's moldvideos.blogspot.com, and check out that shower area at 35 Clinton Street, Apartment 10, where I had lived from August 24th, 2008 to September 4th, 2009. It was poorly ventilated, it was poorly constructed, and it was also, there were breaches in the backing plastic where moisture was getting into that sheetrock or whatever you want to call it behind the shower, and it was creating mold, which was creating fungus and bacteria that were killing me. I have all the documentation. I've got pathologists, toxicology reports. I've had lack of proper ventilation in that bathroom shower was the reason behind my illness. I'm wishing to file a formal complaint. I'm wishing that it gets addressed, and if it does not get properly addressed, then the Attorney General's office has advised me to contact them with all evidence that I have and the phone messages back and forth between us, and they will handle the issue. And I'm sure you know the way they handle the issues. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not accusing you of anything, but I have dealt with the good old boys system in Plattsburgh, Clinton County, and I know it exists, and I am not going to deal with that. The only way I'm going to deal with the good old boys system is by jumping over the areas where the good old boys system has its power, and that is the state and federal level of the United States of American government, and they help we the people. So that's what I'm all about, is exposing this issue for what it was, getting it resolved so the next person doesn't die by living there, and going from there. And once again, I hold no ill regard to you. I've never met you yet, but I've dealt enough with the system to know that Property Management of Plattsburgh is one of the biggest landowners in the Clinton County. They're a cash cow. They hold a lot of pull. They have a lot of juice, but that's just too bad in this situation, because the truth is coming out and changes are going to be made one way or another. Thank you, and you have a good weekend. And once again, it's 585-469-0234. Pete Helfrich.
Health Department, can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm requesting the report that was generated due to the issues at 35 Clinton Street, Apartment 10.
Let me transfer over to our environmental health unit, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Clinton County Health Department, may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. Per the advice of the governor's office, I'm requesting the report that was documented concerning 35 Clinton Street, Apartment 10, where I was living for a year.
I'm not really sure what it is you're looking for.
Well, a complaint was filed with the health department concerning 35 Clinton Street, Apartment 10 in Plattsburgh, New York. Basically, the health department went in, walked around, and wrote a report that basically stated there was nothing wrong with the apartment. And I called the governor's office, showed them all my evidence, documentation, medical records, and they found that kind of odd. So they advised me to request a report since I had lived there for a year and was succumbing to the mold that was growing behind the shower due to the improper ventilation in that room and the cheaply made way it was made, where there were breaches in the caulk and what have you, and it was just poorly designed, and that was how the moisture was getting back there. So when I sent all this to the governor's office, they basically got back to me and said, hey, Pete, first thing you got to do is get that report sent to you from Clinton County and see what it says, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. My recommendation is that you file what's called a FOIL request.
Okay.
So if you want to come into the office and file a FOIL request.
Ma'am, I am 7 hours away because Rick Landry, who was the property management owner, after I called the health department and filed all these complaints, he gave me a bad reference. So I can't get an apartment anywhere. So right now I'm 7 hours away living in a tent. So if that's something that you can send to a friend of mine's house so that...
No, I can't send any unless you mean the FOIL request? And the other question is, did the building inspector go into this place, or was it us?
I was told it was the health...
building inspector is normally the person that goes in.
I know. Unfortunately, I was told it was the health department. And I also... the governor's office put me through to a subsidiary, which basically said the normal procedure for the health department is not to take samples of the mold. So by them not taking samples of the mold, all they could do was walk around and look around, and really there was nothing to be proven or disproven because of the system we have. That's kind of a failure in a sense. So
there is no interior standard.
Yeah, exactly, and that's part of the problem.
That's the way it is. So,
that's part of the problem.
We don't take samples of mold.
Right. Well, I've got all the samples, and I've got every bit of evidence department of when they went in there.
Give me your name and address where you want me to send the FOIL request to.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Pete Helfrich.
Can you spell that for me?
Sure thing. It's H-E-L, F as in Frank, R-I-C-H.
First name?
Peter.
Peter?
Yes, ma'am.
And H-E-L-F-N-I-C-H.
F-R-I-C-H, ma'am.
F-R-I, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you want the FOIL request mailed to whom?
Well, you could just mail it. I have a relative's house that my mail is accepted at, so it's 3028.
3028.
Rockport Road. That's B as in boy, R-O-C-K-P-O-R-T, and that's all one word. And the town is Spencerport, New York. And the zip code is 14559. And I thank you very much.
And so you want a FOIL?
Yes, ma'am.